Alright, people, we're back. Fabricio Verdum recently said in an interview, I will catch Overeem again. You can bet on it. I don't know. Not sure what to make of that, but I think it's a tall order. I'm going to go ahead and say it. I think the Overeem that he submitted a few years ago is not the same Overeem, so I think Overeem will probably beat him fairly, I shouldn't say fairly easily, but I think he will definitively beat him. So, just a thought. I'm going to run down Strikeforce Challengers 13 card. It was a good night. There's a couple fights I'm going to run down. It's a pretty good night, man. It's a pretty good night of fights. Not like a, crazy Strikeforce card, but it's a Challengers card, so it's not going to be a bang and ride, you know what I mean? It's not going to be amazing by any means, but they're stepping up, the Challengers cards. As it kind of looks like, you know what I mean? At least me as a fan, I'm getting to know the fighters a little bit more myself. Some of the newer guys, Amanda Nunes taking on Julia Budd. Julia Budd was everybody's little angel, you know what I mean? Everybody wanted to see her. Everybody wanted to see her do well, man. She had all the hype going on, man. I mean, she looked really good, you know what I mean? A lot of them like, oh, she's doing really good, good training and whatnot, whatever. But she gets in there in, like, what is it, 15 seconds or something like that? She gets knocked the fuck out by Amanda Nunes. Amanda Nunes 6-1 coming out of that fight. Julia Budd now 1-1. Kind of sucks, but hey, I would have liked to see Julia Budd do better. Yeah, sure, that'd been cool. That'd have been kind of cool, but man, I mean, it's kind of crazy to put such newbies in with somebody that's at the range of 6-1. I don't know, just a thought. But this is brought to you by Busch Light. I took it cheap this time. Usually it's Coors Light, but either way, Coors Light or Busch Light, it doesn't matter because Bud Light doesn't pay me anything. So anyway, moving along, Ron Humphrey taking on Ovince St. Preux. Ovince St. Preux looked really good at the beginning of this fight, man. Same with the Benji Raddick fight. He came out swinging, just swinging for the fences and looked good, man. Like I said, he looked good. But man, he really started to slow down. You get the beginning of the second, you know what I mean, and towards the end of the second, he's really kind of slowing down. Ron Humphrey was trying some good submission attempts and stuff like that. I would say the way it ended up, Ovince St. Preux was kind of more like I don't want to say a lay and pray, man, because that's a straight up insult. But I mean, it was lay and pray, floor and bore. You know what I mean? It was kind of in that area, man. I'm not gonna lie about it. There was another fight on this card that did the same thing, in a sense. You know what I mean? Sometimes in a fight, you just got to do what you got to do in order to take the win. You know what I mean? But more or less across the board, I would have taken this 29-28. All three judges, but for some dumb reason, all three judges scored this fight 30-27, which is obviously a unanimous decision. Bullshit, because Ovince laid on him a lot. Humphrey was trying submission attempts the whole, a good portion of the fight. So they judges need to really kind of switch things up how they look at fights. That's for damn sure. Good showing for Humphrey, and obviously a good win for Ovince St. Preux, But Daniel Cormier, man, fucking hot prospect, man. This dude kicks ass. Going in there with Devin Cole. Devin Cole had a record of 18-8, going in against a guy that's 7-0, in Cormier. So Cormier, man, just threw him around. You know what I mean? Didn't not threw him around, but I mean he that guy just the transitions he does and things he does in the cage. This guy just definitive 30-27 win. I mean, easy. You know what I mean? Devin Cole can take some serious punishment though, because Cormier was much shorter. You know what I mean? Probably giving up a lot of reach. Still getting some nice shots on him though, man. And they look really good. Devin Cole's got a brick chin though, man. He took it. He took it like a champ, and even looked pretty good in the fight. I would say. You know what I mean? For who he was going up against. You know what I mean? Like I said, Cormier is a prospect, man. If somebody stays in with him the whole fight and doesn't get taken down and beat on for a good portion of the fight, you're doing pretty good. So great win for Cormier, man. Cormier's on the up and up. This guy's fucking he's got the right stuff. I mean, the guy should be the next one of the next big things, you know what I mean? He should definitely be on an upswing here for a while. So Devin Cole, interested to see what he's got next too, man. Like I said, brick chin, man, and he's a good fighter. So we'll see. Tyron Woodley taking on Saffiedine for the main event of the night. Tyron Woodley looked really good at the beginning of the fight. Tarek Saffiedine, though, Tarek Saffiedine's very experienced, very well trained in a lot of different areas. I'm gonna botch it how you say it, but he started out in karate early, at a young age, moved on and went to a technique, or a style that Shinkashikai or something like that, Shinkashikai or something like that. Like I said, I'm gonna botch it. I don't have the spelling in front of me. Maybe I do. Let me take a look here. Yeah, Shinhashikai is the best I can pull off, man. But it's a study of striking, judo throws, and ground fighting. So, I mean, that's basically MMA right there. You know what I mean? It's like if you're gonna dive right in, that's a good style to pick up. So, I mean, that was a good idea to get into that. Also went into a little bit of wrestling, in his learning phase. And here he is. He's coming out of this fight at a loss at 10-3, man. Tarek Saffiedine, I think, looked just as good in this fight, losing, as Tyron Woodley did, winning. I'm not taking anything away from Tyron Woodley. Like I said, man, sometimes you just have to do what you got to do to take the W. And maybe it was an off night for him. I don't know. But Tyron Woodley 8-0 with taking that fight, and he's a damn good fighter. He's a prospect. He will look good in the future. You know what I mean? The guy's still as good as he's done with his wrestling career, stuff like that. Just in college and all that, and his still new MMA career. Still learning, man. The guy's still got stuff to learn. Same with Saffiedine, you know what I mean? As good as Saffiedine is, still has stuff to learn. But I would say I'm more excited to see Saffiedine than I am anybody else on this card. I'm more excited to see him. He seems like the most well-rounded. Constantly looking for submissions throughout this entire fight, even off his back, everywhere. You know what I mean? On the feet. It's like he may have fucked Woodley up. I don't know. I don't want to say for sure. Yeah, he would have. Because Woodley's badass on his feet. I mean, he's a badass everywhere, but he's badass on his feet. Anyway, good win for Tyron Woodley. But a great showing for Saffiedine as well. Tarek Saffiedine, I think, like I said, man, I think the guy's badass. I'm just gonna throw these out real quick before I exit the video. Some upcoming fights for UFC Fight Night 23. It looks to be a pretty cool card, man. I mean, for a really good fan, for a diehard fan, this is a cool card because it's some good up and comers and some I don't want to say vets, but I mean there's some guys that have been in the game for a little while now, and it should make for a cool night of fights. Tim Hague taking on Matt Mitrione. I kind of think that's cool, man. I'm excited to see that. These are two good punchers, you know what I mean? But Mitrione can take that to the ground, maybe get a submission on Hague. You never know, man. Mitrione made a fucking ass out of Kimbo, you know what I mean? Which I was expecting that anyway, because Kimbo. Bye. I ain't got nothing to say on that, man. Hominick taking on George Roop. I think that's cool, man. I mean, I've seen both of them guys fight, a lot, and I mean, that's gonna be a fucking straight up cool fight, man. Hominick on his feet is badass. Hominick's fucking good everywhere, man. I mean, probably a little more known for his work on his feet. George Roop, I don't remember his name, man, but he knocked somebody the fuck out, and I don't remember who it is, like I said, but he's a guy to watch too, man. Melvin Gillard taking on Evan Dunham. I like it, man. I like it. I think Gillard's really good on his feet. I think Evan Dunham's good on his feet. I think Evan Dunham's got a shot on the ground, but I just think, man, I think Melvin Gillard's really, really slick these days. But some people kind of make an argument for the Florenboer kind of approach that some people are taking with their trainers and stuff like that. It's a tough fight to call, man. I'm gonna go ahead and say that for sure. But one of the other fights I thought was pretty cool. It should be a good hammer fest, man. These are two good strikers. Is Joey Beltran taking on Pat Barry. I thought that'd be kind of cool. Pat Barry's coming off a loss to Crow Cop. Busted his fucking foot and his hand in the middle of the fight, just trying to take Crow Cop out, man. And Crow Cop actually ended up submitting him, which I thought was fucking ironic because Crow Cop submitting somebody, that was fucking weird. But that's it, people. That's it. January 29th. It's coming up soon here. I'm gonna throw up a video for that as well. There's plenty of good fights on that one. That is the Strikeforce January 29th card. I don't remember exactly where it's at, but it'll be on the card. So join me for that one. All right, man. Thanks a lot, you guys. Sub, do all that good stuff. Friend request, and head over to Blog Talk Radio every Sundays at 7 Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, but like I said, man, we're there every Sunday. So blogtalkradio.com, Illegal Elbow. So give it a look, man. LegalLobo.com. Go check that out too. That'll drive you right to our social page, man. Our social page is kick-ass, so jump on board there, man. You can post whatever kind of videos, you know, pics, blogs, you know, whatever you want, man. So we set that up for listeners, you know what I mean, listeners and people that want to roll with us, man. So jump on, man. We're rolling along. So thanks again, guys. Appreciate it. See ya.